Alrighty, Rent-A-Girlfriend chapter 188. Let's get into it. So the chapter begins with Kazuya preparing for his trip whilst having wet dreams about Mizuhara in a bikini. Even though he's awake, don't ask me how that works, it just does. If anything, I'm surprised he just didn't whip his cock out and start beating his meat on the spot. But instead, Kazuya just told himself to get his mind out of the gutter, his head out of the water course, his brain out of the drain pipes. You know the deal. And then immediately went back to thinking about Mizuhara in a bikini. But then he stopped himself from thinking about it again. This is probably the biggest character development from Kazuya I've ever seen. Actually, how long has it been since he's beat his dick in this manga? Can one of my fellow Rent-A-Girlfriend fans get that information to me? While you're at it, we should compile the data and find out Kazuya's masturbation to chapter ratio so we can learn how often we can expect a jerk-off scene. But yeah, after that, Kazuya is ready to talk to Chizuru, ready to confess for the 83rd time. And then he saw her, surprised that she was right in front of him, as if he wasn't right outside of her door for the last 30 minutes, like a monster from Monsters, Inc. ready to jump scare her and collect her screams for energy. But instead of screaming, Chizuru just looked depressed. Kazuya then tried to apologize about the trip situation. She said nothing. He then apologized again, and she said nothing. Then Mizuhara said, "I'm sorry, I have to go," and walked away. Now for the audience, it's pretty obvious why she did this, why she called Lester to pull her out of the mission. It's because of the whole condom situation, because right now she doesn't know whether Ruka and Kazuya did the deed or not. So while she has thoughts in the back of her mind about Kazuya and Ruka pipping the diddly-do, she probably would find it hard to face Kazuya, let alone have a normal conversation. So yeah, I think Chizuru extracting herself from the battlefield was the right move. But for Kazuya, now he just thinks that Chizuru hates him and that he's an awful person and that he should go date Mommy instead. Oh, okay, maybe not that last one. Mommy's best girl, by the way. But one thing that he did actually say was that it's definitely not time for a confession, and oh boy, is he right. There's probably like top 10 worst situations to confess, besides like right after witnessing a murder or something. I don't know. Like, oh, your mom died? Hey, you want to go out with me or something? Oh, so sorry your child died, ma'am, but you want to go grab a drink sometime? There's like a few select situations where maybe it's worse than this, but this is still pretty bad. But then the trip of the day arrived. Kazuya, Grand Monogamy, Kazuya's parents, Chizuru, and Ruka were on their way to vacay to get some R&R, some time off of life itself. And that would be great for Kazuya if Ruka weren't there and if Chizuru wasn't as weird as he is. So basically, Mizuhara was in a rental girlfriend mode, acting like nothing was wrong, which I think pissed off Ruka a bit, but Ruka pisses us all off, so she deserves a bit of her own medicine, her own special potion of frustration. But at least Kazuya decided to make the best of the situation by deciding that he would make sure that this trip goes great for Mizuhara. So that's cool. At this point, I was thinking, you know what? This works out. They'll go on the trip, Ruka might expose him. We'll definitely get some more Ruka and Chizuru confrontations, and probably like a 75% chance for a confession at the end of it all from Kazuya to Chizuru. But all of those expectations were shattered, absolutely obliterated when the end of the chapter revealed that both Kibe and Kiri would go on this trip as well. Grand Monogamy said it was so Ruka doesn't feel alone, because inviting two weirdos that are friends with your weirdo grandson to keep a cute girl company on a trip is the smartest choice. Why wouldn't it be? And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot Kiri was a character. It's been so long since we've seen Kiri that the end there felt like a crossover episode, even though they're from the same series. Holy crap, you know what I just realized? This is hilarious because Ruka used to be Kiri's Rent-A-Girlfriend. How did I not think about that till just now? Guess it's time to reread the manga for the 10th time. Recap on the lore. The next chapter is titled Chaotic Journey, and that's honestly a perfect title. I couldn't imagine it being titled anything else because this is the most chaotic of journeys. And if we're gonna be honest, there's no way Kibe doesn't find out about Chizuru being a rental girlfriend, whether Kazuya tells him himself or if Ruka blurts it out because he's annoying like that. I think Ruka will be the X factor of whether this trip goes good or not. If Ruka is chill, it should all go okay or whatever, maybe a few little mishaps, but not awful. But knowing Ruka, it'll go awful. I feel for my man's Kazuya right now. Can we get a moment of silence for Kazuya's chances at a smooth confession? Thank you. But yeah, that's all I got. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and peace.